Welcome back folks to another Mr. Hobbs Maths video. Today's topic we're going to be covering is expanding double brackets. We're going to look to build on a method we've covered of expanding single brackets and then extend that to expanding double brackets also. The method for expanding single brackets I am most personally a fan of is to use the grid method. So we draw ourselves out a grid, and that would be first of all a 2 by 1 grid, and we've got 4 brackets y plus 2. Put a 4 down the side, a times sign in the corner, and then the y plus 2 along the top. Now 4 times y in this first box gives us 4y. 4 times positive 2, well that's positive 8. So our answer then is just 4y plus 8. Similarly then for the second question, 2 brackets 3w minus 5y. So both parts inside that bracket now have a letter, have a variable involved, but the method still stays the same. So again, the 2, the single number outside the bracket could be a letter. The single thing outside the bracket is on the left. On the top then we get 3w minus 5y. And we'll squeeze a times sign in there for good measure. 2 times 3w is 6w. 2 times minus 5y. Well, 2 times minus 5 is minus 10. And then we've got the y there also, minus 10y. So our final answer for that one, 6w minus 10y. And last one then, 3 brackets 2y minus 1. We will draw ourselves one more grid again, a 2 by 1 grid for this single bracket. And as before then, 3 on the left, times sign in the corner, 2y minus 1. 3 times 2y, well that's 6y. 3 times minus 1, that's 3 times minus 1 is minus 3. Careful not to add those, don't do 3 minus 1. Some people put a 2 in this box instead, or a plus 2, because they do 3 take away 1, but that's incorrect, you need to multiply them together. So 6y take away 3. Now let's look then to alter this method for expanding double brackets. You'll notice with these questions then it's slightly different. The question says expand and simplify. Well, we've got a y plus 3 in the first bracket and a y plus 5 in the second bracket. Now we're still going to use the grid method, but this time we're going to draw ourselves a 2 by 2 grid. And that will look something like this. Now, we're still going to have our times sign in the corner, but this time we're going to put this y plus 3 down the side and the y plus 5 on top. Wouldn't matter which way I did, I could put y plus 3 on top, y plus 5 down the side, wouldn't matter. Still give us the same answer. Now, y times y, well that's y squared. To square something is to times it by itself. Y times plus 3, well that's plus 3y. Always put the number in front of the letter when multiplying. Y times 5, or positive 5, that's plus 5y. And positive 3 times positive 5, that's positive 15. Now that's the expand part of the question completed. And from here then, we now need to simplify. Well, if we use this method, the simplify part then just comes in adding all these together and looking at what happens when we do positive 3y add 5y. So if you write these out again then in a line, we get y squared plus 3y plus 5y plus 15. And actually then, plus 3y plus 5y, or 3y plus 5y is 8y, so we're going to get y squared plus 8y plus 15. For that first then expand and simplify question. So the expand part was here, here's where we expanded. And what we've done here then to get the plus 8y, that's how we simplify it. It's simpler because we had 1, 2, 3, 4 separate things here. We've added the 3y and the 5y together. We've now only got 1, 2, 3 things. It's simpler as less terms. Our final answer then for that question, y squared plus 8y plus 15. Right, in the second example, expand and simplify x plus 5 times x minus 1. Now, the x is like time signs there, but hopefully when you do yours, they'll be curved rather than straight. Again then, we're still going to draw out a 2 by 2 grid. And we're going to use that then to multiply x plus 5. Again, I can put x plus 5 on top or down the side, doesn't matter too much. Won't change the answer, and we're timesing those together. X times x in the top left hand corner then, x squared. Now, x times minus 1, that's minus x. You could put minus 1x or minus x are the same thing. X times positive 5 is plus 5x. And minus 1 times positive 5, well, positive times a negative is a negative, that's minus 5. So we've expanded it to get x squared plus 5x minus x minus 5. And again then, the simplified part is where we collect together these parts here, the plus 5x and the minus x. Now be careful here because some mistakes do creep in. So we've got x squared, we've still got our minus 5, plus 5x, take away x. We're only taking away one of those x's. That would therefore leave us with plus 4x in the middle. Okay, don't make the mistake of doing 5x take away x equals 5, because we're not taking away the whole of the x, we're just taking away one of those 5. Okay, so don't do that. That would be an equation. Final answer for that one then is x squared plus 4x minus 5. Right, you might take this opportunity now to pause the video and see if you can answer the third question yourself and then compare that to the answer I'm about to show you and see if you've made any mistakes or if you get the same answer. Right, question 3 then. Again, very similar. Expand and simplify w take away 2 multiplied by w take away 7. So, give ourselves that grid. Make your grids nice and large, it'd be easier to fit all your working in and your answer. Right then, w take away 2 times w take away 7. Now, w times w, w squared. W times negative 2, well that's minus 2w, negative 2w. W times minus 7, minus 7w. And lastly in this bottom right hand box, minus 2 times minus 7, two negatives then multiplied to make a positive, we get plus 14. That's the expand part taken care of. Let's simplify it now then. So we've got w squared. Oh, I put 7x there, we just change that. Don't want 7x, we want 7w. W squared minus 7w minus 2w plus 14. The simplify part then again, we're looking at simplifying these two here in the middle. Should always be these two in the box, there and there, usually diagonally, for these types of questions. Then we've still got our w squared, we've still got our plus 14, minus 7w, take away 2w then. This could catch some people out. Well, minus 7, take away 2 more. If we think about a number line, you've got minus 7 here, and you're taking away 2. You're going 2 to the left, and that would be minus 8 there, minus 9. So we'd get minus 9w plus 4. Final answer then, w squared minus 9w plus 4. And then here we have some for you to try then. We've got 12 lovely questions using the grid method, tried and trusted method to expand and simplify double brackets. Enjoy.